like anything else, anybody's family who's in a particular business, but our family happened to be in motorcycles, you know. But my dad was always working on motorcycles. He started, you know, painting at home, so I was always around that. When he put some of the bikes in the roaster shows, he'd even build some bikes in the front room of our house. So you could not go unnoticed that we're a motorcycle family.
When he was in junior high and just into high school, he really didn't have any interest in the motorcycles. He was pretty much interested in sports. And I could talk him into coming out in the garage and helping me a little bit and paying him. He was making a little money. That one of the neighbors, their son had a little motorcycle and had wrecked it. And so Cory bought it and fixed it up and resold it and made some money. And then he got more interest in the business and built a custom bike next, I think, when he was a sophomore. And he did most of it himself. He would come in and ask me, and I wouldn't go out and help him. I'd tell him, and he would do it. And when he was in high school, he had a custom Sportster, a real nice Sportster for those days, and so everybody knew who he was then. You know, he got a little extra treatment or whatever. And then he sold it and made more money. And after that, he pretty much got interested in the business.
Cory showed me around the Ness Museum in Dublin, California, which includes several of his own custom-built bikes.
Over here is a bike I built, I called it the Wedge, and I think I built this in 1995 or 1996. It was originally blue, and I painted it white a few years after, but this bike features all aluminum bodywork. It's got a 97-inch engine and rubber-mounted chassis and some billet wheels and a couple cool deals. And another bike I have in the museum is over here. This is another one of my bikes. This is kind of my first, I would say, real full custom. I did a lot of work to this bike. I called it Turn Loose. I built it about 20 years ago, and I remember cutting these rocker boxes in half and grinding all these fins out, and tried something different on this. We used to hexel. We called hex a lot of the cylinders. This one was kind of a little bit of a V-cut. I ran a belt drive years ago, and I remember building this plate. And this was a big project for me. It was a lot of fun. I think a lot of my motorcycle designs are always try to focus on clean. Try to hide things. Stretch, things that are stretched, always low. I mean, my dad's, in a lot of respects the same. My dad sometimes likes doing things a little wilder or more shocking, while maybe my stuff would be a little more subtle, but still be original or different. Always try to do something different every time.
Cory's design eye is so unique, his bikes have won several awards, something that makes Dad justifiably proud.
Of course, I'm very proud of him. He's very smart. He comes up with these different ideas and these different programs, and I wonder, where did he think of that, or where did he see that? Proud as I can be, and just happy things are working the way they are.
For Cory Ness, life these days is about more than designing and building some of the world's most beautiful custom motorcycles. It's also about the business of running Ness Enterprises.
As far as giving the business over to Cory, whatever, actually we've been doing that for probably 8 to 10 years, the last 8 or 10 years after he really got involved. He's got real good business sense. He can sit down and negotiate things, and he has a good eye and design-wise. He just does pretty much what he wants nowadays. And of course we discuss big decisions, but he pretty much does whatever he likes. I've got all the confidence in the world of him. He's done a wonderful job.
For me, being part of the Ness family and the Ness business, I take a lot of pride to where we've grown and what we've done with the industry, from what my dad has started and what I've been able to contribute to bring it to the next level. We're real proud of what we do. Now we're proud of the location we have. For years we had great products and we had a great catalog, great motorcycles, but we were in an older location. Our new building here in Dublin is kind of makes us full circle. You know what I mean? It's now we have a great place to visit as well. It really opens the door to getting a lot more exposure than we have in the past. I think I've made a difference in the business by taking the catalog, taking the product side more seriously, dealer development, packaging, catalogs. I put a lot of time into the catalog, and that's really what's paid the bills for a lot of years. Now it's definitely majority of our business. It was almost 90% of our business for a while, but now we have this new location. We have a nice destination, so our showroom and local business is becoming a larger part of our business.
But some of the best times for Arlen and Cory still happen with their noses in the wind. Arlen told me about a ride he and Cory took from Denver to Sturgis one year.
It's probably a 550-mile ride, and Cory had a bike that he had just finished, and it was a full custom stretch type of bike, and the suspension wasn't real soft and whatever. I remember we had a long day, and the last leg of it, he got off the bike and just could hardly walk. It was pretty fun, and that was actually on his 21st birthday.